station, bringing all the real classic hip-hop and R&B.
It's
just there.
Well, you're listening to the Manny and Dr. Church Show, first of all. I'm going to step that in. And we've been talking about a lot of weird, interesting things, to say the least. Different cultures.
It's early, so we think we can get away with it.
Right, and nobody might be listening this early, hopefully, so we'll talk about the weird cultures and the weird things you see. So those adult sections existed once upon a time. They disappeared. Now I'm in independent records. I got thrown right back. They got records. They got cassette tapes. They got VHS. And they got the adult video section still there. You know, so if you want to feel ashamed and still walk in that corner, you still got that. You got that old school feeling, you know what I mean? Of like, not supposed to be here. Someone's gonna.
And I mean, here's the deal. If you shun away from that kind of adult lifestyle or something like that, you probably don't want to be bringing your kids in regardless. I mean, there's bongs all over the place. There's, there's more of a risque, It's stepped up a little bit in there. So if you're going to get in there and get offended, don't go in there.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's for, people who live that lifestyle. So enjoy.
I mean, even stay away from the corner. It's not a big deal.
Stay away from the corner.
You see the corner, you see, they got it blocked off, kind of. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're all right. You'll be all right. But it's like some of that stuff's even illegal in certain countries, which is weird. In certain areas,
right?
Which is weird. And that's the weird thing about just sexuality in general.
Illegal? Those sections in truck stops. Anyway, we can move on.
The lot lizards? What? We're going into something like a phenomenon. Let's go into it right now, Manny.
Colorado Springs, this is the Manny and Dr. Church Show. If you got some hate mail, go ahead and send it to our group. We're out there.
We're out
there. Keep it locked. This Blaze in 98.5.
Is mine.
Serious Jones, you know I'm live, all the way live and all the way high with the Manny and Dr. Church Show. Life is serious.
Kill it real quick. I am legend, they been acting like I'm Will Smith, but when I'm Uncle Phil Rich, I still kill this shit. So I'm back, cause niggas still frontin' like I ain't the GOA till you about to represent them. As a matter of fact, I'm nothing but a savage that be rubbing, mixing rappers with percussion on the platter. I'm disgusting.
www.seriousjones.net, that's SERIUS, no O in serious. And also make sure you subscribe to the YouTube.com/Serious Jones.
I took the red pill.
Did you sit in gum?
Yeah, it's stuck on my.
Anyways.
Welcome back to the Manny and Dr. Church Show, featuring me hitting a mic. Boom!
Darkness, we miss you.
We miss you, Darkness. Shout out to Darkness. She's out there doing the right thing. Squirrel Milk Extraction Awards, the Illuminati. She's representing properly for us at the Illuminati Squirrel Milk Extraction Awards. We appreciate you so much, Darkness. Doing your thing.
She is. She's putting in her work.
Doing your thing. Anyway, Manny, we've been talking about a lot of weird, random stuff, a little lefts, a little rights this morning.
We've been talking nonsense.
We have been. We've been talking about
chaos, mayhem.
Yeah.
No rules.
None.
Well, except for the FCC ones.
That's correct.
We got to
keep that.
We got to stay our lane.
Keep that under control. Correct.
Did you know Chris Rock says only women, children, dogs get loved unconditionally? A man is only loved under the condition that he provides for something. Provide something.
Ooh.
I don't know. Thanks, Internet.
Ooh.
And I'm out.
Oh, mic drop. He runs away. That leads back to our Dr. Chris Ryan guy I was talking before. He was mentioning how unfortunately, that's the biology of it originally, let's say.
You're talking like actual biology, like the evolution of man, of woman.
Yeah.
It's biology from mammal.
Yeah.
So there's certain chemicals, almost like, watch a nature film. So you see their interactions.
Right. You toss them some food. The big monkeys come on in. They take the food. Half hour later, the big monkeys are handing over the food to the women because the women are like, let's get down.
Yeah, I'll provide.
I'll provide. Yeah, we get down.
You provide, I'll provide.
Yeah, we can work this out. Yeah. And that's it's in nature. And I can't say that it doesn't seem to follow suit in reality out here. And it's weird because we act like we're not, though. It's the idea of like, Why would you even want to see that? Why would you even want to act that way or whatever? Or people acting out in their weird whatever.
Chasing a fetish or something along those lines, trying to tickle that fancy, whatever it be.
Yeah, and
why would you want to go down that way? Well, because you're human. You're curious. You know?
Right. That's literally it. And it's just, who the heck am I to judge? And you know, it's. Although
are you here to judge?
Maybe we're on the radio. I guess maybe I should judge. The furry thing is weird. All right, I'm saying it. I'm judging.
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward.
I
for
feel
me.
like it's not bad as long as they wear suspenders.
I don't know. I heard they were. I mean, suspenders good, but I heard that they use actual litter boxes, bro. I don't know.
Whoa, that's taken. I mean,
They've gone too far.
there's always going to be an extreme right or an extreme left. So I mean, let them just stay their lane. Let them do what they do, I guess.
See,
as long
but
as it don't hurt
normally-
nobody. As long as it don't hurt nobody, right?
That's what I would say. Yes, but then that's normally
And
when
pride
you hear,
don't count. Your pride don't count on that one.
Right.
Okay. Like if it hurts your pride, that's just you. That's personal.
That's your problem.
all right. But
your problems.
Let them do what they do.
See, I would agree, and that's normally where this should lead into our Sunday topic. But it's like, well, what happens is the fires of hell, they're burning.
That's not fire. It's a yellow piece of paper he's crinkling in front of the mic.
Doesn't
But
sound
theater
like
of the
fire.
mind, people.
Maybe it sounds like fires of hell,
It could be.
crackling fire. People try to control and tell you you're going to burn forever and stuff in different controlling ways. And then society slowly comes out and they're like, hey, you shouldn't do this because I think it's morally wrong. So where just our different cultures globally, as we said, you know, if you go to Europe, there's nudity on TV and it's not a big deal. You come here and the FCC's like, oh my gosh, it's not past 10 p.m. and you showed a female breast.
And then
My
you go
God.
to the Middle East, and sometimes there's
Whoa.
you know,
Even further, right?
you know, people who like the same sex getting thrown off buildings, you know. So
Straight up. I mean, if you go to the United Arab Emirates, allegedly you'd get thrown in jail if you're caught with like your girlfriend just kissing in public.
PDA, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah, no, they get real deep with it because that's their.
Well,
That's part
speaking
of
of dumb
control.
laws, I want to throw one out there.
Tell me.
Colorado's got
Tell me
few
a
of
couple
them.
because you have a couple.
I got a little list here.
Yeah, give me a list, please.
I mean, for a while they had the no liquor sales sold on Sundays or election days, but now we can have alcohol on Sundays.
So
that's
those
good.
are.
That was 2008.
Was that like a part of like a blue law? I guess it would be called, where stores open too.
What are you talking about? What's a blue law?
Oh man.
Educate people like me.
Yeah.
Like,
All right. So East Coast, we have some areas, towns have blue laws where you can't buy certain things on Sundays. So unless it was food,
okay.
or like a necessity, but like Walmart's not open. You can't go to Home Depot on Sunday. Like you couldn't. Like all the stores are closed on Sunday.
Really?
They're just closed.
I mean,
Yeah.
I remember a time when that was a thing. But,
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
everything changed.
I mean, they're pulling a Chick-fil-A.
Really?
They're like, we're done.
We do what we do.
We're done on Sundays, and that's how we get down. And
Did you know it's illegal to ride a horse while under the influence?
really,
Yeah.
Really?
I had an old NCO. I'll shout out Mad Manny. Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
This guy, he was in the Civil War, I tell you. Like this guy.
all right.
But this was back when I was in the military. He ended up getting a DUI, horseback.
Stop it. And he's riding a horse.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
What's the legal limit? Is
I'm
it
assuming-
0.08 still?
I'm assuming.
Like
Yeah.
a horse? I mean, I just read an article about a guy in the UK who brought his horse to the McDonald's drive-through, and there's pictures that went viral because he went to the drive-through on his horse. He's like, I take my horse everywhere, so I wanted some coffee, and they're like, sir, we're sorry, you got to get off the horse. We can't serve you at the drive-through. You got to be in a car.
You gotta be in a car.
So he walked the horse to the side, tied him up, walked inside, got his coffee, and
I've been to Taco Bell on horseback.
no,
Yeah.
really,
That's in Northern California.
Really?
Little Hickville.
like we're just going to Taco Bell,
Oh, we actually rode across town to do it.
huh?
It's possible.
Is this real?
Yeah. There's some countries in Alaska
Well-
you can ride a snowmobile to McDonald's. You know, I mean,
makes
it
sense.
depends on where you're at.
Well,
Your culture, you
no.
know, is accepted.
Well, that's why I'm questioning this story. So I was just informed recently that Taco Bell in certain areas is for Caucasians. It's not for people, let's say,
South of the border.
right.
Word.
And so, from what I know, you may or may not be allegedly undercover, possibly partially involved in such a race.
Really?
So the fact that you went to Taco Bell, I'm like, it
I
didn't add up at
I shouldn't do
first.
that.
But you're okay because obviously you're melanin deficient right now. So maybe you were of such a case when you went to said Taco Bell on horseback. Which did you go with more than one person and did you tie
Yeah,
it
it was
up?
a group of people. No, it was just everybody rode through.
How many horses? Like how many?
It was like 4.
Stop it. Just a group of like we just riding.
If
through.
I remember correctly, it was family and friends.
Just want some
It was
tacos,
kinda-
bro.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
a long time ago.
That's kind of amazing. Give me more dumb laws. I mean, that's so you can't.
Aspen, shout out Aspen. Catapults may not be fired at buildings.
Oh,
That's a law.
well, that's good. You know, I appreciate that because that's you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You know, you never know when somebody's building a catapult.
In Boulder,
What?
it is illegal to boulders may not be rolled on city property. You can't roll a boulder in Boulder.
See, that's what's crazy is you got lawmakers. It's like I made a law, I made another law, I made another law, and it's like, well, I'm out of work. Hey, Larry, what you got? It's like rocks. Tell them not to roll rocks.
Yeah, can't do that no
I'm
more.
gonna amend that. Boulders. You
Boulders.
can't roll boulders in Boulder.
Boulder.
Like,
On city property.
I don't get it. It's like sometimes you got some people at certain jobs where I just sit back in their jobs. I'm like, you shouldn't have that as a job.
Agreed.
It's just like because then they want to stay employed as long as possible. So
Like
it's
the
gonna
dog
keep
catcher.
going.
Like the dog catcher. He has to. Did you know he has to notify the dog by posting it a picture saying that he was gonna, catch the dog for 3 days?
No,
Yeah. Thanks, Denver.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
It's also unlawful to
I've
lend
seen.
your.
Wait a minute, hold on.
In
no.
Denver, it's also unlawful for you to lend your vacuum cleaner to your next door neighbor.
Well, yeah, Manny. Do you know what people do with vacuums? It's FCC controlled airwaves, and neighbors are weird. I'm just saying. It's wow. That's
In Fountain, it's illegal to have weeds in your yard. Not weed, but weeds. In Fountain.
why would
You
you
ever
tell me
seen
that?
anybody in Fountain
I'm not responding to that.
with weeds in their yard?
I wouldn't know. I don't live in Fountain or anywhere near there. I have no recollection of the events in question. I neither confirm nor deny the allegations set forth
Hold
upon me
up.
at this
We
time.
got to go back to Denver. We got to go back to Denver. Here.
Don't.
You may not drive a black car on Sundays. All right, this is dumblaws.com, people. So if you want to write your,
So it's probably not real.
Yeah, I don't
One
know.
of those like it's on the internet. So it's
gotta
probably
be real.
true. It's not real.
it's not real. It's real.
Oh,
I don't know.
No, different states have definitely weird laws to where I'll look up and show you the blue laws in New Jersey. They have them in Massachusetts as well, I believe. So the blue law would forbid the sale of clothing, furniture, appliances, and building materials on Sundays. And 12,
So are they forcing a day of rest or what?
pretty much.
So, I mean, would you say that that's like a high religious community?
No. Here's the other part of it. So the
What's the other part?
neighborhood that I know that this happens in is very much a 1% Illuminati style neighborhood. Like all the
Okay.
CEOs live up
So
in
they
there.
don't need to work on Sunday.
So right.
It's economics.
There's so much traffic there
Yeah.
that on Sundays there's no traffic. And if you want to take your Lamborghini for that Sunday drive with no problems, you want to take that Aston Martin out without a major issue.
Yeah, not go pick up a coffee.
You got that Model A. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you want to take that rare car. Now there's no traffic.
I'd want a chimichanga though, and I can't get that, right?
I mean, if you got it like that, you can do whatever you wanted. But now you can get there is the idea because there's constant crazy amounts of traffic in the neighborhood. So I think it's like the most people per square mile jammed into like the neighborhood in New Jersey over there in the nation. I think like we're one of the highest, if you will. We just have that many people over there. It's nutty. But we make up crazy laws where we're like, hey, if you want, and 12 out of 21 counties were like, that's a good idea. We're closed on Sundays. So it's like if you own a business and you're like, Sunday's my day to thrive.
Right, that makes sense.
That's my day. People do business like Home Depot does some business on Sundays because it's a weekend. You can't now. Sorry, we're shutting you down. You're done. It's a Saturday. You can't. Or it's a Sunday. You're not allowed. It's your
just
day of
not
rest.
allowed.
You're just not allowed. I'm sorry.
Well, what else are we going to get into today, Dr. Church?
Oh,
Because
Manny.
the darkness ain't here, so this can go anywhere.
We got some
derail
good
this whole
stuff.
train.
No, I mean, Disney, Manny.
You sighed again. Ha!
Yeah.
You're having twins, Church.
Manny.
Sorry.
That's
Colorado
not funny.
Springs. Dr. Church is having twins.
That's not funny.
It is funny.
I am having twins. They were a gift from our Lord, whoever that one
Yay.
is. Which I'm still confused at what that guy's trying to do to me right now.
He's making you stronger,
Yeah.
right? Builds character. That's the
doing
one
the-
I got.
Yeah.
Builds character.
Doing the test, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. Disney movies. They killed all the parents. And they did it in a lot of interesting ways.
Segue.
We went left. I'm just thinking of like parents dying. I'm just like, I'm going to be a parent of way
Miserable
too many
and
kids.
just. And then so you were like, oh, I remember that topic
Oh,
I
I
wanted
remember.
to talk about.
Parents
How
die.
Disney kills off a bunch of parents.
They just killed them. That's what they do.
Can you fire off a couple of unique ways?
I mean, it's shoot, Manny. I mean, you got a bunch. You got the Finding Nemo one. You know what I mean? Right in the beginning, you got the mom's out there, and she's they're just swimming around.
She gets gobbled up.
I mean, in a second.
She just eaten.
Saw pitch black dark.
That goes back to our question: do sharks growl?
That's a really good question.
They got sharp teeth.
They might.
So do they
That's-
growl? I don't know.
I'm gonna have to research that,
Yeah, we're gonna have
Manny.
to do that.
Sharks growl?
All right. So what about another
Anyway,
Disney death?
Oh my God, it's they're nonstop.
I mean, the sunken ship one for what was it? Frozen. That was pretty, pretty bad. Drowning.
I mean, they drowning.
Like that's.
I mean,
I'm sure they were lost at sea for a couple of days, so they might have had to eat
Yeah.
seagulls or got fed on by sharks or I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe something bad happened. But
Growling
they don't.
sharks.
They just let us know that they're gone.
they're just gone. Oops. And then they put them in the background of other movies. Some of those
Yeah,
ships
I've
in the
noticed that they're saying
background.
that they're linking them,
Yeah.
saying that maybe
stories will be attached.
maybe
slowly
that's
through.
who was it?
Frozen. They'll have in the background of Frozen somehow.
Was it Ariel?
No, maybe it was the other one. It's the one with the lights.
Tarzan.
The
Nope.
other- no.
Carry on.
No, well, we'll get to her because it's going to be somebody else who's
Somebody else who died. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So we've got Bambi. They
Bambi.
killed. Oh, that was a rough
Bambi.
one.
Hey, wasn't that just hunting season?
Bro, that was intense. Like he's running. He's like, I made it. And you hear the gunshot, and then mother. And Bambi's like, mother. It's
People
over,
crying
bro.
right now. They remember.
You got your Tarzan here. I didn't really watch that one. I can't lie. But they say that it's
Was mauled by a
like
jaguar or something
there's
like
like
that.
bloody tracks everywhere, all over. Like they made it pretty gruesome. You got your Lion King. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was Hamlet though, wasn't it?
Go Simba, go! And then like you're gone. You got
Good stuff.
trampled.
I'll
Yeah. Yo, again, you got your Ariel. Off at sea. It's they kill them all. It's
It
dark.
is a thing.
It's dark.
It is a thing.
But it happens in real life, so I guess maybe it's a good way to deal with things. Maybe it's like, hey, prepare you for real life. People check out early.
I mean, I think the idea is you're not supposed to make a big deal about it. I mean, deal with the situation because that's why you have that emotional setting, during the movie. Like, deal with it, cry a little bit, but then, get back onto the fun and life of things. I don't know. That goes back to me not having a heart and not dwelling on things.
Yeah,
that
like
make me
I'm
sad.
thinking of it here.
I
I'm
don't
like,
like being sad, so you got to move on.
yeah. People deal with stuff very differently. That's very, 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 very true.
Absolutely.
We're all unique, delicate flowers.
Yeah.
Snowflakes.
A lot of us try to hold it in, and then eventually you explode or something or whatever happens. I don't know.
Just let it out. Go
it's-
outside and just holler.
It's a life thing. I don't know. That's that Wim Hof guy that I've talked about before.
Segue.
No, still in the same, within the same
Did his
thing.
parents die horrifically
So,
in a snowstorm?
His wife died and his
Ouch.
daughter died.
Wow, thanks for bringing this up.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, it got dark.
All right.
And from
So
that,
he had to learn how to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he was about to lose everything, and so
Yeah.
he just kind of.
Losing his mind. Had to figure out like, wow, this
What's
happens.
his deal though? I mean, what does he do? Like I heard he climbs mountains in
He's
his
like
underwear.
he's like a life coach, man. Yeah, he's basically
Guru?
showing you
Like a guru?
Yeah, I'd say almost at this point. He teaches classes, just basically teaching his Wim Hof method, I would say. But the idea is,
Define. What is this Wim Hof?
a lot of people have issues with just life in general.
No.
This is where it's basically teaching.
Hey, give me that pill.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there you go. And
Want another beer?
they hand you. He teaches you how to breathe. Sounds nutty, but you focus on breathing.
I'm pretty sure I've been breathing as soon as I came. Well, they had to smack me on the butt, and then I started crying.
It's the idea of over-oxygenating your blood in science, let's say.
We called that hyperventilating in school.
Close to that point almost, which is weird.
Okay, so not that far.
But it enriches the blood.
Controlled.
Right.
Okay.
And it enriches the blood, and it makes it so you can climb up mountains in your underwear. No. He just
No, I'm telling you, I saw it.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it.
He's done it. He's done it.
That's
That's the
me
thing.
up. Like, I don't understand it, you know?
They call him the Iceman, so he can send his bodies into extremes. So he's run a marathon in the desert, in 100-degree weather, and he's...
How far is a marathon?
26 miles.
0.3 or something? I don't know. Marathon runner, shout out to you guys.
Too far for me. Like, again, unless I'm chased, I don't run.
Farthest I've had to run in the military was 9 miles. Wow. And I'll never do that again.
That sounds horrible.
I'll never do that again.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
9 miles?
Dude, yeah.
You had a pack probably,
done.
too? Or this pack free, at least?
I think we were pack free.
Oh, thank God.
If I remember correctly.
But still in the heat of the horror of wherever you were training.
It was just a whole blur of, I can't wait to eat some Lucky Charms.
They were trying to kill some parents, basically. That's what was going down. They were like, we got to thin you guys out right now so you can make it out here.
Yeah, you got to find out.
Yeah.
You got to find out who can make it.
Shake that herd, thin them out.
You know what I did right after I did that? I smoked a Newport.
Oh, that's healthy. Yeah, and open your airwaves
Like,
up.
are you serious? Yeah, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but
Part of the Wim Hof
good
method is
got to be able to breathe.
Marlboro or Reds. No,
No, that's what I used to smoke.
The Reds.
But after a run, I'd smoke a Newport because the menthol.
Oh, give you
and
the
it would-
cooling sensation?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good training.
And a bunch of little needles into your lungs.
Real
delicious.
So Wim Hof,
no,
he teaches you
it's-
how to breathe without hyperventilating.
So, yeah, and the idea being is, it's mind over matter. And
What's in your mind don't matter.
Yeah, I think that's the pretty much. And then he gets into something freezing cold, and you sit there like, ooh, nope. I like my thoughts right where they are. Thank you. You're crazy. But he jumps into like negative whatever water, and he trains people and has regular sessions of people come out. He lives in Amsterdam, and he'll have people come out all the time, and he'll do different retreats. He'll fly all over different countries.
So I mean, it's like a form of this new trend, the cryo. The cryo freezing.
Cryotherapy.
Yeah. So, I mean, you don't have to just go to a frozen lake. You can just hop into this tube. They drop your temperature down real far, and then they pull you back out of
You
it.
save the money and go to the frozen lake. You know what I mean?
You just jump in.
Depends your budget, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
In February, Washington State, just jump out into the ocean.
Just
I've
get
done
for it.
Polar bear dip is what it's called.
You did it?
I've done it, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, not to the extent of my underwear, but,
They say it's healthy.
Yeah.
How long? Give me background. Was it a fundraiser? Was it?
Yeah, there were shirts available, and there was a fire on the beach and everything, and everybody gathered. And literally, it was just like, all right, everybody, we're going to do it.
It was morning?
Say before noon.
Yeah.
It was before noon.
Oh, God.
And we all ran out there. The idea was that you at least had to get out there waist deep.
Shoes? No shoes?
No shoes.
Oh,
It's ocean.
God.
You're in the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, it's cold, though. I'd want as much.
Why?
Get in there, I
You're going
guess
to slow
layers
you
are
down.
bad. Yeah.
So you run in, you get at least waist deep. That's to where we at least didn't make fun of you. But the idea was that you run out there, you dive under the water, get yourself fully submerged,
Freezing.
and then you run back out to the beach, onto the beach, and you warm yourself up with the fire. Everybody tells stories and laughs, and shirts get handed out, and
And there was always that idiot, I'm guessing, that stayed in
That
there longer
stayed
than
there. Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
Was like, "Yeah,
I'm the man.
I'm fine." Yeah. Shout out to my brother-in-law. That dude does this every year, or
He
not
does
every,
it?
but he does.
He's an avid.
He's
polar
the
bear
polar
dipper.
bear guy out in South Jersey, out in the Toms River area, I believe. He goes and does this
Okay.
on the regular, raises money and stuff. It's
That's pretty cool to do.
intense, but either way,
You thinking
this
about those
show.
twins again?
Stop it, Manny.
All right.
Stop it.
What's this show brought
I
to you
can't
by?
think of this show is brought to you by Warp Zone
Twins.
Gaming. Twins. No, but to help pay for these twins, Lab Builder Supplies does exist now.
Lab builders.
So
what
there's
do they
two.
do?
We've got two companies bringing you this show now. We also
Well,
have
do
Lab
tell.
Builder Supplies. Lab Builder Supplies right now.
Lab builders.
Woo, dude.
Sorry, I'm
No,
not the
nobody's
darkness.
doing
Yeah,
that.
it ain't happening.
So listen, I just started Lab Builders.
Okay.
Lab Builder Supplies. The reason why I just started this company is because I'm from the science industry.
Right.
I sold lab equipment.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. I sold
Yeah.
lab equipment to Pfizer, to Merck, to Becton Dickinson, and a lot of other companies that made me sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, so I can't even talk about them on air. Those other ones that I mentioned, those big dogs didn't make me sign that. And it was probably because I was working there since I was a kid, to where I wasn't
before the facial hair.
Yeah, they watched me grow facial hair. These people,
That's
literally.
hilarious.
And I
The
grew up in
U.S.
the
Army.
industry.
The U.S. Army watched me grow facial hair.
Just like that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Uncle Sam took care of me.
Well, that was 18. I got in it earlier.
Oh.
I was doing this since 15. I was in labs to where I carry around my first lab sticker ever. That's my first calibration sticker right there. March
I'll be done.
1996. I was 15 years old, going on
That phone
16.
number on that is 1-800. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, that's SciTech. Shout out SciTech. Why not? I'll give them a shout out. They're still around. We still around. I do
great.
calibration back east for the big dog. That's the
Right.
real deal.
Yeah.
And I sell a lot of equipment to them. I source a lot of equipment to them. And I know where to get affordable equipment.
Right.
And I see a lot of people in the cannabis industry
Needing.
not even
affordable.
getting needing. They're getting bopped over the head.
Yeah.
Like they literally come in to buy all their equipment, and a science company will go, "Ooh, these are the weed guys. They're dumb hippies. They don't know nothing about
Cha-ching!
science, dude. Literally." And they'll triple charge stuff, and you sit back
They'll
like,
farmer bro you.
"Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm kidding." Like I found this, so I'm focusing right now on gloves because I realize trimmers use gloves, lab guys use gloves, everybody uses gloves, tattoo artists use gloves. It's expensive. If you're a mechanic, you use gloves. I found a company that sells. I'm a shout. I don't even care. They're
Yeah.
called Bud Gloves, and they sell
Bud gloves?
Yeah, they sell gloves that are for the trimmer industry.
That's a little too close to. But
It's butt gloves. Yeah, I mean, it's probably what they should be.
Anyways,
considered.
all right, yeah.
But anyway, they're expensive. They're like $9 a box. I sell gloves for $6 a box, $5 a box if you actually get a hold of me and talk to me in real life.
yeah,
And all different sizes, all different mills, thickness, shapes, and whatever.
That's a good price?
That's a great price. You go into your local stores, they're like $12 to $15. You go into like your what is it, the stores where you buy in bulk, Costco's and all that, they're
Yeah,
like $12 a box.
really.
Yeah, so I'm
If
telling
somebody
everybody,
wanted to buy bulk, would you pitch a deal?
or even go better.
Yeah?
it gets even better. Yeah.
Okay, so
And if
you-
you're a regular customer, it gets even better. So,
So I can now address you as the glove guy? No, I'll come up with something better.
I mean, somebody was saying I needed to send a cease and desist to Trojan. We gloving people up now. That's
Glove man.
We're shutting you down. No, I'm playing. That's terrible.
If you loving, you gloving.
But Lab Builder Supplies, find us on Instagram right now. I have posted nothing.
Nothing.
I'm talking about this testing to see if anybody cares to listen to this show right now.
And needs
Five-
gloves.
If you mention the Manny and Dr. Church show, I got you on $5 a box. Period.
That's dope.
So if you're a trimmer, if you're a lab guy, if you're a mechanic, if you're in the food industry,
If
and
you
use gloves,
give out weekend physicals,
I have police
not at the park.
industries. I have hospitals out there going $5 a box is impossible, and I got you. That's literally it. I'm pulling
Well.
this stuff direct, and I'm passing on our savings. So,
Those that need the gloves,
so Lab Builder Supplies, find us on Instagram, but it's also brought to you by Warp Zone Gaming.
no, the darkness ain't here.
Zone
The darkness ain't here, man. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Nope.
All right, Labs.
She got to be here to sing with us.
Lab Builder Supplies loves to hang out in the back of Warp Zone Gaming. A plug within a plug because I'm shameless like that. No, Warp Zone Gaming is in the back of 2508 East Bijou at the Speakeasy Vape Lounge. It's in the back there.
Licensed legal cannabis consumption club. Bring your own.
It's legal.
Absolutely.
You can come in.
Socialize.
You're going to see men with beards that are just wonderful people. Okay, you got Nintendo Jesus Manny in the back with nothing but Nintendo knowledge and just old school games,
Got
retro,
a little
classics.
bit of Sega knowledge.
Bro.
Yeah. Did you know the boxing, the big punching bags and bars that you punch and then they tally up the scores and everybody gets to test how strong they are?
Yes, I do.
And sometimes if you get the high score, they'll give you, actually, no joke, a pair of panties. Like you win a pair of panties like in a little ball. So some of these things have evolved to...
What?
Yeah. So you go into the bar, you pay your money, you get to punch this bag, and it tells you how strong you are. That was developed. The patent holders is Sega company. They
Wow.
created the first one.
So Sega makes those games.
I think that they've sold, certain licensings and so forth since then, but they hold the original patent. Wow. Yeah.
See, depths of knowledge coming
A little
from
bit of Sega knowledge.
my Nintendo Jesus in the back of Speakeasy Vape Lounge. They also have CBD flower on the shelves.
They do.
If you like to smoke your CBD flower, they've got it on the shelves. It's there. Come on by. Speakeasy Vape Lounge. Come on by, play some video games. I mean,
Get high with your neighbors.
get high with your neighbors. Bring some flower through. Enjoy. I'm out there on Wednesdays.
And challenge me to a high score. Let's see what happens.
That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't worried about that.
I said let's get into some music because we do like to play some music for the last couple minutes of the end of this hour
Can
here.
we get some Conway Twitty? Some Merle Haggard?
Nah.
Some George Jones?
Merle Haggard.
Randy Travis?
I've got some
Garth
Randy.
Brooks?
Nope. Jody Messina and Trace Atkins.
Everybody's like, man, was I on the country station? Or
I got
was I
Trace Atkins.
This is Blaze
Jody.
at 98.5, home of original hip hop and R&B.
Oh, we have to play real hip hop, man.
Keep it locked.
Oh.
This is Justin Bua, and you're listening to the Manny and Dr. Church Show.
Yeah?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. He was totally ready for this bit.
I am ready.
Are you ready?
I was born ready, Manny. Let's
What were
hope I
we-
don't get a phone call.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's the Manny and Dr. Church Show, y'all.
What were we talking about earlier?
We're talking about how parents in Disney get murdered
They do.
in Disney movies.
Like they never have a chance.
No. They're constantly murdered.
And the children, they get to grow up strong and loving lives. But the children,
The children.
they grow without parents.
You kill the
'Cause
parents.
Disney.
Because Disney.
Takes them out.
They just murder the parents, bro. It's not right. Ah,
That's insane.
that's not right.
Thanks, Disney.
Thank you, Disney, for murdering all the parents and,
And
preparing
building
us.
strong children.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, my mom died. She was, she sauced it up a little bit, made bad choices, and, her heart couldn't take it. So if you're out there and you're about to grab that bottle, maybe make different choices.
I mean, but even all right, we're going blinker. So I mean, let's stay
Coming
on this
over, left
topic.
lane.
It's. I mean, something we're all going to have to deal with at some point. Some have to deal with it earlier than others. You know what I mean? You had to deal with it. How old were you? You were young.
It was 2010. It was just before I got out of the military.
20s.
Yeah.
Like old enough to know and definitely impact the heck out of you.
Oh yeah,
Like,
she
man.
moved. She actually moved out here to sober up, and then decided to keep making those choices, and didn't make it too far.
Life kept being life. But-
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's something that we're all going to have to deal with. Parents getting sick.
Oh, yeah.
Just parents passing away eventually. I mean, I have a buddy of mine that checked out at 29, left 3 of them behind. Just peace.
He's like,
Spinal
I'm done.
meningitis. Dead. And
Spinal meningitis took him out.
yeah. You want? All right. It's. I
Yeah.
know they ain't listening, so I'll say it. It's so spinal meningitis, bad disease, but they're thinking it might have been caused because it's by bacteria. Like
Okay.
changing diapers sometimes. If you touch certain, it's the feces or whatever, you could get some kind of bacteria, whatever. They say that could have caused it. He had a
So
newborn.
you're saying that he could have gotten an infection from the
just-
child's feces?
Yeah, like-
by cleaning the diaper.
That's,
and
and
cleaning
again,
up.
this is just outside spinal meningitis, some causes here and there maybe,
Really?
and he had just had a newborn. Anyway, left an autistic one, a 6-year-old girl, an autistic 4-year-old, and then a newborn 3-month-old. And then,
Couldn't imagine.
Yeah, left early if you
Couldn't
will.
imagine mom.
I
Appreciate all the hardworking moms out there.
She's champ.
There's some of you out there. I'm giving you that shout out right now.
Champ. Oh my gosh. And then so it's like that's another weird topic. It's like when somebody checks out early, when are you allowed to start dating again? And I was like, yo, that's up to you. Don't let nobody else get involved in your decision making. And I've even seen kids get mad at their parents when their significant other check off early.
Right.
And then you got to meet dad's new girlfriend,
Right.
mom's new boyfriend, and you're like,
My
hey,
my
Ma,
stepdad's remarried, has a kid after my mom passed away. You know,
Right.
so I mean, like,
you've had.
who's that to me now? Is that my
How's that work?
half brother in law or something ish? Like, because he was my stepdad in general.
Right.
You know, so I mean, we had no real connection until my mom got involved with him, anyways.
Right.
And now I have a sister through that marriage. You know, so I have a half sister.
So it just gets more confusing
Right. And
because
so I don't know. The way I look at it is that my parents are human just like I am.
yeah.
And we all make choices, and we all got to live with it.
I mean, I point to my grandfather. Shout out that old man's the man like that. I have a 20-something-year-old aunt. He just kept. There was different ladies, different ones. Just
Yeah?
woo, got to like 10 babies. That's why I'm getting snipped. Shout out Dr. Harry Fish. I'll be seeing you soon, NYU.
The fact that that's a real name cracks me up.
Dr. Harry Fish is a real guy, and he's actually going to be snipping me for real.
In your
for real. I'll be seeing you at some point at NYU because this twin thing's no joke, Manny. It's real. But parents check out early, and you have to, or they get sick, and you end up having.
Or they get old. That's the other idea. The fact is that sometimes parents get old.
Right.
And I mean, sometimes they live really old. And
Right.
you know what that means? You're old.
Yeah.
You know, so that you're old now too. You know, so
Yeah.
you're in your 50s, and now your parents are 70, 80. You know, now what do you do? Because, well.
Not old in my 50s. You wouldn't be old because I'm near my 40s. So no, you're not old in your 50s.
You're almost there, brother.
You're old in your 70s.
50's the new 30.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Whatever meme you need to read.
That's
to
what I'm
feel
just
better.
rolling with. Leave me alone, okay?
right.
I'm just
All
sticking
right.
with that one. But it's the death of it. It's hard for people to deal with, and maybe the art of it, maybe it helps. Do you think? No. I don't know. Maybe it does. I guess for me, seeing other people go through hardship on film and in art, I'm always like, you know what? They got it worse, or whatever it is sometimes.
Okay.
So maybe that helps a little with
I
this
don't know,
whole, your mom died, Elsa and Anna, I'm so sorry, Frozen, that we killed your parents, like with a boat ride or whatever, like, I don't,
Disney's just here to, you know, help us along in life.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's, yeah, they have a lot of weird history as well, that Disney, to where I sat back and went, man, they got a lot of history with CIA films and propaganda stuff. I don't know if you know any of that history with World War II. They started making propaganda cartoons that they would drop with Donald Duck and
I
so
remember
on.
those.
Yeah.
You can still find them on like some of the old. I think they're public domain almost because of their
YouTube.
their age. Yeah,
YouTube steals everything. They don't even care. they just steal it all. They don't even
Here's
care.
your content.
Yeah.
Except for YouTube, apparently they threw their hat in the gun battle. Apparently you can't watch gun videos on YouTube anymore. I don't know.
Really?
Like you can't buy a gun from Sportsman's and then take it home and then do a review and then test.
Oh.
Like I think it's test firing. You can't shoot the guns or something like. I got to do my research. Y'all could do your research.
Wow,
In truth,
yeah.
I don't really care.
Check it out.
You know, because I don't need to put videos
So,
on YouTube.
so
about
I
me
could
shooting
go
the guns.
home and I could put up a copy of, let's say, The Lion King and get a monetized video and get lots of money. And YouTube will eventually take
I don't
it
know,
down.
man, because they're
I've seen it.
pretty on it. Like they've over the past like year, like I've tried uploading our own radio show.
Yeah.
And because some of the music was audible, like they could hear the actual tracks in the background,
They shut it
they
down.
censored us
Well,
because they don't own the license to broadcast said music. We do.
I don't know how they get away with it then, because again,
I
I
don't know
type
either.
in on YouTube pretty much anything.
Anything,
it's like
and
it's
it's there.
just like the most random '80s movies I'll pick out, like Flight of the Navigator. No one even
Wow.
remembers that. It's like it's just that.
I remember the title. I don't
it's-
remember the movie.
It's deep. It's like some
Yeah.
little kid, and then an alien spaceship came, and the alien spaceship had like an AI in it, kind of, and then the kid got in it, and he was able to fly all over the place in this little silver-looking Nerf football-looking thing.
Okay.
But anyway, I looked that up. It'll just show up.
It'll be there.
It'll be there. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It'll be there, and it's like, it's been a thing for a long time, down to where I've heard more than one individual on, let's say, Sirius XM satellite radio get upset because they're having people pay for their content. You look it up on YouTube. It's on there every day. Well, Baba Booey shout out, and
I mean, isn't that why Garth Brooks pulled his music and was like, it's only going to be provided at Walmart's. So if you hear it anywhere else, if you didn't buy it on a CD, it's not my music.
I didn't know that. No,
Yeah.
really.
That's,
it
I
just
mean,
got that crazy.
Metallica kind of pulled that with Napster and stuff like that. Like it was, you've got to, otherwise you don't make no money.
That's why I think people are heading back to the cassette tapes.
You think so?
There's mixtapes going around that are on
I
cassette
really
tapes.
look forward to giving those prizes away. We're going to be giving away
A lot
cassette
of
tapes.
prizes.
Everybody's like, yay, cassette tapes.
I don't have a...
I don't have a cassette
Not
player.
true. Some people
do.
You rocking that 95, that 93. Some of you still got that. You ain't
No.
ever change it. You got the CD and tape deck in the same thing. Yeah,
You think so?
My godbrother's got it. He's got an 04 Passat. He's got that. It's still...
I tell you what, if they have the auxiliary, I think they set. You got the auxiliary port, the cassette,
Listen.
and the CD. I mean,
All right, they don't
that's-
have that.
you'd be-
Most people don't
be on
have
it.
that because it was like the auxiliary port didn't exist. It was that weird...
Could you just
like-
add it?
you get that bootleg tape with the wire.
But then you got to connect it to the Discman or something.
Yeah, your phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Little 3.5 jack. Or now I've seen they have actual tapes that go in and they're Bluetooth.
Bluetooth, yeah.
Yeah, so you
True
can
story.
you can AM FM transmit your stuff, and
That's weird technology. Pretty cool though.
technology's getting crazy, and technology and Jesus and I said
And who?
Jesus. And Jesus, Nintendo Jesus. That's what I'm thinking.
Warp Zone Gaming.
Warp Zone Gaming.
Play
That's what
Sega.
this-
Play
that's
Super
brought to you.
Nintendo. Mario
this-
Kart.
what
Altered Beast.
That's what the show's brought to you by. So I would say
Retro
yes.
video games and
You should go do
cannabis.
this. Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yes, and you can legally go partake.
21 and up.
Yep.
Bring your own.
Bring your own.
Wow.
Or bring some smoke some CBD flower if you
Yeah,
want.
they got CBD flower.
Red's got you
And
covered
some,
down there.
CBD distillate. I think they got CBD products.
They got dabs. They
my
got
lane
flower.
is the video games. I try to stay my lane.
That's what
You
you've
know
got
I
it
mean?
covered.
If you want to come play some games, some Tony Hawk, I got you.
Your lane is covered. Your lane is covered.
It is.
And straight up, I mean, side effects obviously include childlike laughter. Your children will be born.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Your children may or may not be born naked. That's a weird one.
Right.
It's a really weird one. Like your kids pop out fully nude, dude. It's like awkward. Nude, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
naked.
weird.
Yeah, like I'm expecting it already.
I came out in
told.
overalls.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you normally got something. There's a leaf,
No.
something.
This guy.
And I
Oh,
prepared
man.
Mrs. Church. I warned her, and I said, the twins could come out naked.
You think so?
It's a possibility. I've been to the Speakeasy
the first-
Vape Lounge.
Right, and
I was hanging
it
out
is
in
a
the
side
back of
effect.
Warp Zone Gaming. Drank some squirrel milk while the supplies lasted.
And now you could have two naked twins.
Naked, just
when they're
born completely,
Just born naked.
just nude.
Wow.
Yeah. So stop by Warp Zone Gaming. They've got everything. Echo the Dolphin game. I mean, Sega, Nintendo, NES, Super Nintendo.
Killer Instinct,
N64.
Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter,
All of it.
Marvel versus Capcom.
And a place to rest if you've got twins you're looking to hide. You know what
True.
I mean? If the children outnumbered the adults, just that's what you need to do. You just need to do such things. Well, Manny, let's go into some music.
Yeah, let's talk about this twin thing.
let's go into some music.
You want to go into some music?
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about the twin thing.
Then we're going to the twin thing.
Colorado Springs, this is the Manny and Dr. Church Show. Keep it locked. It's blazing. 98.5, Dirty Game Studio.
Sonny Shibagichi Sway, hailing all the way from Black Hollywood. We got it locked right here. It's Camp Low on the Manny and Dr. Church Show.
RW from the Urban Renewal Project, and when I'm in Colorado Springs, I wake up to the Manny and Dr. Church Show on Blazing 98.5
It's your
FM.
boy ISO, Emperor Slick Outstanding, and you listen to the Manny and Dr. Church Show on Blaze.
My name is Elmer Damon with the Urban Renewal Project, and you are now tuned in to the Manny and Dr. Church Show on Blazing 98.5 FM. Don't miss it.
Manny, you got your bad self.
Sweep that up. Sweep it up.
We're back. Welcome back to the Manny and Dr. Church Show.
Hey-o.
Featuring.
Yeah, I know. My heart's just not, it's not in it
Darkness.
today.
She'll be back tomorrow.
Damien, just pack some gauze in your nose. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Sorry, y'all. We've got a lot of stuff going off air.
Yeah,
here,
Dirty Game
going on.
Studio just on fire right
Just getting crazy.
I don't know.
It's getting crazy.
now.
But
We got some volunteer firefighters on the way. It's fine.
it's gonna be all right.
Yeah, Steve. He's
My
gonna
goodness.
take care of us.
That's good. I appreciate that. Woo! So anyway, we had all kinds of topics. We've gone left, we've gone right. Public freakouts, Manny.
You ever seen them? You ever seen somebody just get smacked in the courtyard or at the food court, or just I'm leaving you, the breakup scene. Like, I can't believe I caught you with Tiffany. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's been there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we all have.
Now, you know what's weird is that it wasn't until you said it that way. I thought I had no story until you were like, "Did someone catch someone with Tiffany?"
Everybody been there.
Oh yeah, I did see that one time. That did happen. It did happen. What's yours? You caught? You were somewhere?
Mine was too close to home. Like, too close to home. Like a
Manny
neighbor.
was out?
A neighbor.
Okay. I was like, oh no.
No.
Okay.
That's one.
It was
so
weird.
so annoyed when people bring it to my front porch. Okay, so I
Yeah.
like to stay my lane. All right.
Sure.
And so when people come outside the box and it annoys me. Anyways, so me and this neighbor, we don't necessarily get along. All right. And one night, me and my wife were watching a movie at like 9 o'clock at night, almost 10.
Yeah.
And I hear this lady, okay,
Yeah.
not a little girl, but this lady come out screaming at the top of her lungs like she's being attacked. Right? And I jump out of my skin like, oh man, somebody's getting messed up.
Yeah.
I don't know it's my neighbor. I don't know who it is. So I got to get out of my house and find out who's in trouble.
Yeah.
And as I'm getting up, I hear my name being called.
Manny!
And I'm like, what the heck? You know, like, why is this going on? So
Right.
I do. I get up a little bit faster and I head to the door, and it's my neighbor. And she's screaming because her daughter attacked her and bit her on like the ankle or something like that. And I'm just like, man, keep your
I don't.
like this is and her daughter's like a full, you know, she's an adult
grown.
playing like a child. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's just so annoying. These are the same people that I saw her drive away with. I think the mom was on the hood or the daughter was on the hood of the
Nah.
car. Like
Oh,
these
no.
are those kind of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can't just
sweet.
stay their lane. You
That's
know,
sweet.
and yeah.
Well, mine was, as you said, catching somebody. I was out many years ago. I was on vacation, and I was in Puerto Rico, and we went to like a
I
local.
heard it's nice there.
Yeah, when they have power.
Sorry.
Not funny,
Sorry.
man.
I'm
That's
sorry. I'm
terrible.
just trying to bring
They
things
need
to light.
power for real.
Okay.
They really need.
Well,
power.
Fountain needs water.
We need
All right.
water. They need power, but they need power. It's a whole mess. But I'm out, and this guy and his girl sitting there, and this guy with this heavy girl. All's good, happy.
Yeah.
And then
They look content.
yeah, everything's cool. And they're getting up, getting ready to leave. And then all of a sudden, a girl showed up who's also heavy. I thought they were all buddies. It's like, it's the heavy crew. It's going to be, hey,
Okay.
buddy.
Right. No.
This guy had a type, I guess. And, next thing you know, there was fisticuffs. And,
Fighting.
Yeah.
Like literally went to blows.
Like the ladies were like, we are going to throw down. I'm
Not much
yanking
in the hair. Oh, yeah? Hair
Oh,
pulling?
yeah. Like,
That's a standard with chick fights, right?
yeah, I was waiting for the top to be yanked.
You wanted to see a little something.
But the uncles
Oh,
jumped
come
in
on
and
now.
pulled it apart.
Uncles.
They tried. I had uncles there. Yeah, they were like, we're gonna break this down. shut
Oh,
it
I thought you
down."
said that the ladies' uncles like just randomly were there.
No,
Like-
I was out
What?
there
What are you talking about?
on vacation, and like I said, it was us. It was a bunch of kids, and then like my family and stuff. So all of a sudden, all heck
Right.
breaks loose, and it's
So
like
much violence.
family environment, and all of a sudden everybody just starts.
And you just
throwing
wanted to see
punches.
something fall out.
Oh, I mean, I'm a little
Nah,
pissed.
man.
I was young.
Did you see that belly button?
Yo, all I had was National Geographic. I told you. It was
Yeah, the struggle's real, man. The
yeah,
struggle's real.
man. So anytime you could catch one falling out, it was like, oh,
little,
hey,
little
oh,
church, why you going to the back of the library?
woo. Listen, and National Geographic did me well for years. I
Them rings.
don't want to admit to that. You got me
Yeah.
admitting to that on the air. Shame on you, Manny.
Well, so is everybody else.
That's true. Everybody's
Yeah,
out there
but,
fighting.
man, I did it.
Same like that channel that you couldn't actually get.
Tune in. It
And
was
you're
all
like,
blurry.
No, I think I see something.
Yo, check out that leg. It's in the air.
It's
right?
moving
Is
up
it?
and down.
No, that's the tracking.
Wait a minute, that's two dudes. I'm out. It got
Red
weird.
7.
Yeah, that's definitely it's hearts, not parts, people. Okay, hearts, not parts. Anyway, this show is brought to you by Warp Zone Gaming.
Oh, man.
I'm stepping in with a plug in the middle of
Yeah,
it before
just-
we even end the show.
just go ahead and send that hate
I just
mail.
want to say Warp Zone Gaming is the place that's bringing you this nonsense that's tickling your ear holes this morning. But
No guarantees.
seriously, none whatsoever.
We
This
just kind of show up.
we do, but we've got some good topics this morning.
And if you want to participate in said topics, find the Manny and Dr. Church Show group on Facebook. All
Yeah.
you got to do is answer the question, who shot Tupac? And
Right.
From there, you can request songs. You can present us with topics. Ask us questions. Get involved. That's what we do.
he's still alive.
You saying Tupac's still alive?
He's still alive.
I don't know.
I didn't say that.
Who said that?
He's still alive. I don't know. I didn't say that.
You realize we're
I wouldn't
only
say
two
that-
people in the studio.
The Illuminati
Oh.
hears this show sometimes, Manny, so I'm not looking for trouble. But
Okay.
blinker on.
Blinker.
Blinker.
Everybody, use your blinker.
We're going to wrap up our show because it's the end of our show. We've got the last 10 minutes
Yeah.
left here. So we've talked about a lot of silliness. You brought
You
up a
talked
lot
about
of...
the cultures across the world to
Right.
where you're saying that sometimes the lady would share everybody amongst the tribe so that way they could have a smart baby, a funny baby, a strong baby. What was that about?
We're just discussing human sexuality, different strokes, different folks, and how in different cultures in today's day and age, There are people in different countries that treat things differently when it comes to marriage, when it comes to women and males, relationships, when it comes to women and women, when it comes to males and males, however you want to put it together.
And it all changes as you travel across this big dirt ball called Earth.
Right, while we're flying through space, spinning, you know. And I was discussing how in the Amazon there's more than one tribe and how it's not frowned upon to have more than one sexual partner. You're within your tribe.
It's accepted because they're viewed as primitive, though. Would you suggest? Would you say?
Some would say yes, and then others would look at them and look at us and say, no, y'all are primitive. So it's like, where's the...
I don't know, man. We got iPods. We're not that primitive.
I mean, but we also have where the CEO of McDonald's makes how much and the lowest worker makes how much, where it gets awkward when you start a business and the CEO gets a ton and the little guy gets a little. It's this business. It's the way of the world. It's just confusing.
Yeah, do your own research.
I appreciate it, but it's because I'm sitting up here.
It's capitalism.
I like capitalism sometimes because when you're at the top, it's nicer, but it just looks weird and feels weird sometimes. I don't know.
Well, that's why there's nonprofits and donations and fundraisers, and you can give back to the community.
That's true.
True. So participate.
Bitcoin's down. I participate.
Bitcoin's down. Yeah, it is.
Right now.
We can get Blue in the studio.
We're gonna have to shout out Blue, Wandering Buddha Art with them wraps. That's
wire wraps.
That's the guy that shout out there.
Handcrafted custom jewelry.
That's it. But we also talked about dumb laws this morning.
Yeah. In Cripple Creek, you can't bring your pack mule upstairs. Just so you know.
Just in case.
Just in case you were wondering.
I mean, there was probably actually a legitimacy to that at some point in time. Like some guy probably was like, yo, just come upstairs.
Man, I've been on the trail for days, man. I'm going to take my pack mule inside with me. It's cold out there.
Elmer. Poor Elmer was cold. Elmer, the pack. Elmer, come upstairs.
Enjoy.
Probably hammered. Come upstairs. Came upstairs, and that mule probably fell down and
fell
broke
through the roof.
Yeah, just killed somebody.
Fell through a second floor or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty bad.
So then they were like, we got to make laws. And they've made laws and then continued down the further and crazier, like, wait, what? To where, we didn't discuss is speed limit laws, Manny.
Yeah.
How do you feel about speed limits on certain ones? Do you agree with all of them?
Here's the deal. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if
you agree. It doesn't matter if I agree or not. People don't use them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either 5 under or 5 over or 20 over.
I look at it. Here's my issue: is like when it started, when they're making them, it's like cars were made a certain way. Like I drive an old car. I had to upgrade some stuff because my brakes weren't so great.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in 2018, 2005, it performs that much differently than my 1990. Let alone your 1970, your 1950. So it's like some of these roads.
I got an 84 Chevy pickup.
So. Yeah, so you know what
that
the
thing
struggle.
runs on dinosaur fuel.
You know the struggle.
Yeah.
So I'm like the 75. I love it out here. In other areas in the states, in like New Jersey specifically, 65. You get caught going over 65. It's double the points, double the ticket. 65.
Really?
And I'm like, cars can handle this.
But the people can't because they got to update their Facebook. They got to pluck their eyebrows. They got to eat the cheeseburger. They got to yell at the kid.
They're busy.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, just because you can do 90 doesn't mean you got to do all that other stuff, too. I mean, they're going to because people are dumb.
We're dumb. That's real.
It's what we do.
That's what we do. Well, official, we also talked about Disney killing parents.
Disney, you on it, man. Building tough children.
Straight parent murder. Like,
yeah.
Left and right, you're killing...
Making strong kids.
Killing parent deers. You're killing parent lions. Lion parents. Just straight murder. It's not right, but I guess maybe it prepares you for life.
Whenever I picture the scar in Simba, or the scar in what Mufasa
Lion
scene.
King, yeah.
Yeah, Lion King, where Scar's got him. I always go...
Sorry.
I always go Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. I'll never let you go. And then he just... lets him go.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So we covered a bunch of topics this morning, but we're going to be coming back tomorrow with a bunch of other random topics.
And the darkness, she'll be back.
She'll be back tomorrow. We hope.
Hopefully we won't be derailing this too much.
Not too much. Well, this show is brought to you, as we said before, Warp Zone Gaming in the back of the Speakeasy Vape Lounge at 2508 East Bijou. Come on down, play some video games.
And a little peek on Tuesday. If you love cereal. If you love cereal and you want to have cereal for dinner.
So many cereals.
So many cereals.
So many kinds of cereals.
21 and up and you want to come through, bring in a box of cereal, bring in some milk, get your free entry into the establishment, into the club, and we're going to be throwing down on all kinds of cereal. Just
bowls and bowls.
Bowls and bowls and bowls and bowls.
And bowls and bowls.
And bowls and bowls.
I like that. Lots of bowls. I appreciate that. This show is also brought to you by Lab Builder Supplies.
Your glove getter.
You need gloves? You need them on an affordable price.
And not those crappy kind that you put your fingers in and they rip
break.
through. Yeah,
no,
you
like
just
these are brand new. These are legit.
Ah!
Yeah, no, these are good. I got you at $5 to $6 a box.
How thick are they?
Different mill sizes.
So they vary.
They
so you
vary. I can get
customize.
you, and prices go down from $6. They don't go up. I got you going down.
Really?
So you need gloves.
So max people are going to be paying us $6.
$6 a box. So hit us up on
For
Lab
gloves.
Builder Supplies on Instagram. There is 0 pictures up. This is a brand new company that just started days ago. So right now, if you hit us up on Instagram,
And you mentioned the show?
you mention the show, you're getting $5 to $6 a box anywhere in Colorado. I got you $5 to $6 a box on those nice nitrile gloves, the blue ones, the
This
black
is for
ones,
you trimmers. You trimmers out there.
the purple ones. I got small, extra large, medium, large, all those free weird
Do
sizes.
you have the schmedium?
We've got schmedium, color blurple.
Blurple.
Blue and purple combined. It
No.
says blurple for real, though. That's
That's a
weird.
thing?
Yeah, that's
That's
weird.
weird.
So stop on by Warp Zone Gaming, play some video games, squirrel milk while supplies last,
Come through Tuesday about 4:20, 7:10, somewhere
Eat
in
some-
between there. Eat some cereal.
eat some cereal, y'all. That's what's up. We're going to be back tomorrow. It's the Manny and Dr. Church Show.
It's
And
Bla-
tomorrow we'll be featuring the darkness.
Yay! It's Blazing 98.5. Keep it locked.
Yeah. Yo, I'm trying to play leaving.